This is Revelations Tarot by Zach Wong, and I was on the tarot blog somewhere, and I saw the artwork for this, and I was really impressed. I'm like, I gotta have this. This looks great. So it comes. This is technically, I guess, a kit. It's by Llewellyn, and it's currently in print, and it retails for like $30. I think I got it on Amazon. 78 cards and 216-page book. There's a magnet clasp to the box. I love the magnet clasp. I think it classes it up. But the cards themselves feel cheap, overly glossy, thin, and you expect more from Llewellyn. I mean, the artwork is amazing. The artist who did them is a graphic designer, and he's definitely talented, but it just deserved better. So I'm going to open this up, and it comes with a nice purple ribbon to help get the book out. And there's the artist, the author. He wrote the book, and each card has its, it's featured in here, which is nice. The Gilded Tarot. It's not a very good tarot. So let's pull these cards out. So the box is not too crazy, not too nice. The magnet is the only thing and the ribbon dresses it up, but that's about it. And the cards, they are reversible, but you see how shiny they are? I mean, they're like really shiny. They're very rounded on the edges. I mean, that seems like it's really rounded. And the cardstock is flimsy, and it feels like the cards will chip around the edges. But let's look at the cards. So you have the Fool. Looks like a baby in a flower, a rose. The Fool is falling down. And if you turn it, you'll see an alternate view. We have sun, night, falling figures. And that's what makes this deck unique and valuable, to tarot readers. The reversal is almost written on the card, which I think is very cool. The Magician. And it's not like a simple mirror image. It's definitely different. So they definitely have their own style. Maybe slightly cartoony. I mean, it looks... The Empress. I mean, these cards just lend themselves to be rotated because of the way they are. Hierophant. And the artist was, definitely knowledgeable about tarot and reversals. And the cards seem dynamic. The colors are vibrant. I really like that. And there's a lot going on in each card. So here's Strength. I love this sort of stained glass. They all do have a sort of a stained glass line art way of looking. The Hermit. There's the star. I'm not the best with reversals and reversal meanings, but on the surface it seems like the artist did a decent job. Justice. Hands clasped. The Hanged Man. Death. Isn't that Callie? It's Callie, and then a baby. Temperance. The Devil. Money. People trapped. Sort of androgynous. The other side. The Tower. Look how loose that is. That's really neat. It sort of is like it's dissolving. The Moon. And this is, this one's on the cover of the box. And this is what really, I was like, whoa. Really neat. It looks like little fairies. Mer people. Pisces. No dogs, though. No towers. So, deviation from tarot tradition, but it still is the same vein of the Rider-Waite. Judgment. Very busy card. The World. Here we have a man and woman. Normally the woman is depicted around the wreath. And we have the, sort of in the background, we have those wonderful archetypes there. And here's the minor arcana. So we just went through the major arcana. So let's look at the cards. Do they slide? Yeah, but they're so glossy, and they're kind of curved where they're cut. I mean, the deck is fairly straight. Production value, okay. Edges are very smooth, though. I do like the font here, but I don't understand why there's the design here, the sort of cutout, and this reminds me of like a cell phone. The numbers are there, Roman numerals. So, there's that. So, minor arcana. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we get a better look at these. So here's the cups. And looks like they're mermaids and mermen. You don't really see a lot of mermaids in tarot. Maybe fantasy things, but they don't exist a lot in the sort of the tarot world. Lots of fairies, but lots of angels, but as far as not a lot of mermaids. And these cards also offer the reversal, which is thoughtful and artistic, and I love this, reaching out for the number. P. So instead of like completely undoing, like taking that off, P, page. Knight, and that's some weird symbol. I can see these cards getting smudged very easily because they're so shiny. Q for queen. K for king. Pentacles. A for ace. These people almost look like digital circuit board type people. It's interesting. Almost robotic, android-like. The Six of Pentacles. The reversals, when you flip them, they tend to be, if it's man, woman, they reverse gender, which is interesting. That's definitely more feminine, masculine, cold. It's hard to see that. Tree of Life. Still. So, the colors in here are so nice. Gradients, they look like it's digital art. And, you know, it's more and more artists are going to digital, because I think if you have the skills to do it and you're familiar with it, you know, it allows you to be very creative, and I think you can't work as fast, but maybe you can organize things a little bit better. I'm not a digital artist, but now we're into the swords and air. It says Veritas on the blade. But being a digital artist, it's you know, Photoshop or Illustrator or any of the other ones. It's, you pull out your tablet and you start drawing, and it's very different than drawing, filling, painting, and having used Photoshop for 10 plus years. I'm more comfortable editing photos and combining photos than I am creating from scratch. This one looks like it came right out of a comic book. I don't know, this one for some reason strikes me like that. Maybe the shading and the line. I'd love to make my own tarot deck, but, it's a lot of hard work. I mean, you have 78 cards to work with, to properly convey, one way or the other, in your own style or traditional, or, me, I'm sort of a traditionalist. I'd want to stick to the major elements, unless I was creating my own system, but I believe in the tradition of the tarot and the mysteries of the tarot. Oof, 10 of Swords. So I wouldn't want to, make it so cute. Page. No. Cute tarot. I don't like cute tarot. I like edgy tarot. So mine would be edgy and dark and light where it should be, and just, I want my personality to be part of the deck. I think that's what every artist wants. They want to make their own mark on the tarot world. Here we are in Wands with fire. This one says Adilatus. I don't know what that means in Latin. Adilatus. There are these sort of digital people again. I guess these are the fire people. And here's no people. Five of Wands. Fighting. Eight of Wands. I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wands. Yeah, there they are. Page. Here we have curly hair, straight hair, almost exact opposites. It's funny, in tarot, reversals aren't always opposites, and that's what makes them so difficult to learn, or to, sort of get from the cards. It's not complete opposites always. You know, it can be very different. And the king. So this was the order of the cards were in when I got them. I didn't shuffle them or anything, so that's how the suits were organized. It's always different, interesting how the suits, which ones come first. It's just a production thing. I don't think it has no other meaning. It's just something, something interesting. But that's the deck. And I wish it was a little bit better production. It's a nice deck. The artist did a really good job with the art. I would have liked to have seen it less shiny. I'm going to put the cards back in this little box. And let's look at the book. So here we have the book, Llewellyn, A Mirror for the Soul. Each character portrayed in the major arcana wears a mask indicating the archetypal qualities of the majors. The minor arcana cards are expressions of the four elements, earth, air, fire, water, and convey these qualities in vibrant depictions of magicians, warriors, mermaids, and other mythic characters that help you turn tarot readings into rich narratives telling the story of your life. And that's nice. The book is substantial. I mean, it talks about reversals, images and symbolism, and the colors. Very nice. Even has like a little, here's the star. She oozes with inner and outer hope and balance. She embodies the giver of hope in our lives. Reverse, she turns her back on the world, for she has lost all hope. She cannot give what she does not have within herself. Images and symbolism. The concept of the Aquarian water bearer. Being the giver of life plays a symbolic role in this card. Sign of the Aquarius, also one of air and not water, thus dealing with matters of the mind and thought. This card plays on the hope one can have in one's mind and not necessarily in one's heart. So each card seems to, the meaning, and it's written up on 3 pages. A nice brief summary of them. And there's even something about spreads in the back. Past, present, future. Gives you some... I like it when they give you instructions on how to use the deck. Because sometimes they want you to use... They made up their own system or something, and it goes with the cards, but this one it seems like it's just adopting, the major ones. Anyway, but that's my review of the Revelations Tarot. I think it, oops. There. Let's see, when did this come out? Wow, 2005, and I had never heard of it until this year. So it's still in print. It's, as far as I know, it's just this only edition. But yeah, interesting deck. I like it. It seems like it's very usable. Like you could really use it for self-reflection, working through something. I think if you were reading for someone, they'd really be attracted to the colors and the artwork, and especially how it's reversals. I think a lot of people when you're reading, they're like, "Ooh, these cards look cool." What are they gonna? Maybe these are the ones I connect. Your reader, the one you're giving the, you're telling their tarot. Maybe they'll connect with this. Maybe you don't connect with it as much, but maybe they will. You can work with that. It's a good deck. I'm glad I got it. Thanks for watching.